Okay, we're back in Planet Nomads for episode 2. We did quite a bit of base building last episode. I mean, we built this from scratch. And today we're going to look at going out and about. Oh, we need some SC electronic parts. Okay, we've got those. Where have we got those? I think we've got those in the container over here. Yep, there we go. So we can make that. Awesome. Is that fully made? That's fully made. Might as well make that and that. Okay. Right. See, the batteries are at 99%. Let's take that out of there. There we go. Now we're also going to make a couple of minor changes. We're going to take this off the back. Not that block, we'll make that block. What's that there? That is a battery pack, isn't it? Yep, it is. So we're going to add some storage, which is B. There's a little storage container. There we go. And we'll do one there, and one there. And we'll mate those. And we'll set up the suspension. We'll make that medium suspension, yeah. And this one as well. Come on. That'll just give us a bit of bounce in the steering. And we will also do a little solar beacon. Oh, come on. There we go. And where can we put that on top there? Nope, we'll put it there. So we'll make that. We'll just change the letter for that to whatever that makes it. Set to automatic function, navigation on. And then you can see on the minimap there's a letter C, and that is our vehicle. And you really want to do that before you leave and go anywhere. Okay, what are we carrying? Let's put all of the stuff we've made or collected in a chest. We want water and bandages. And actually, how do we make a multi-tool? Let's see what we need for a multi-tool. Where do we make a multi-tool? Oh, we probably make that in the compact armory, don't we? And I don't know if I've made one of those yet. Compact armory. I think I've put that stuff away, haven't I? Oh dear. Right, okay. We need basic frames and okay. So let's pick this stuff up again. Let's see if that's enough stuff. want to put it there? Let's put it over here. Yeah, why not? Now we need 3 electronic parts. Have we got any electronic parts? Oh. We need the basic electronic parts, not the advanced stuff. And we haven't got any basic electronic parts. Well, that's annoying. Let's see if we decommission this, what do we get? That should be enough. Yep. Let's make that. We power it up. So C, left click on connect electricity, left click on device, and it's powered. Right click to get off that menu. What does the multi-tool take? Oh, I've got 1 electronics. No, there's no use for it. We're going to need to go out and get some stuff. So V changes the view. And off we go. Now what we're looking for is little resource boulders, like that one. Carbon and silicon, okay. I'll need at least a little bit of iron. Getting out and about and finding stuff will be a lot more fun when we've got a proper tool. Carbon and silicon. Now, does this rock give us anything? It's got a minerally type look to it, so it might. Oh yes, it does, right. Right, so this should be sufficient resource to go back and make a multi-tool, because this is just painful. What I'm using at the moment isn't a multi-tool, it's the emergency tool, which you always have on you. You can't get rid of it or replace it with something else. So it's handy to have, but a pain to use. It's very, very slow. Yeah, and it runs out of charge very quickly. Right. Let's get back in the vehicle and head for home. Yeah, let's just head for home. It's quite nippy, this thing. Now that's another big rock, which is very similar to the one I just dug out, so that might have a bit more resource in as well. Yep, it's all good. Yep. So it's like many of these games. You start off with very basic tools and basic amounts of storage and a basic jetpack, and then as time goes by you can improve on what you have. Then you go out further afield, you get better resources, and then you can get better equipment. I really should have slept before I started the recording. Right, because I'm going to run out of stamina. Okay, so we can get, oh, all these things can be improved on, right? So what are we short of on that? Everything. Ah, hang on. We need 2 electronic parts, we've only got 1. So we need 1 more electronic part. So let's put this stuff in here and go to the 3D printer and make ourselves another electronic part. Now what does the ALM require? It does require that level 1 ALM, doesn't it? It does. 1 of them, and it's 1 carbon and 1 silicon. Okay. Take some carbon, take some silicon, take the electronic part. So now we ought to be able to make the ALM. So we'll craft that, and then we'll set it up to make the multi-tool. Now even though it hasn't got one of the resources, you can still set it up to make it. It puts it in the queue, and as soon as the resource is available to the machine, it'll make the thing. There we go. Now what do we need for that? Oh, we need 8 fabric. Oh. So we're going to need another 3 of those. We're going to need some more components. Alright, let's see what we need for components. Where are they? There they are. We need biofuel. Okay. So before we go out to get biofuel, we will get the multi-tool, because it'll be much easier to gather the biofuel with the multi-tool than with the emergency tool. I'm really going to need to sleep soon. So we'll just take a little nap. Why is that door open? We'll just take a little nap and restore some of our energy. So the plan for the day is to get the multi-tool, go out and gather the biomass so we can power the reactor a bit more, and make the other items, the fabric and stuff that we need to make. And then we'll make the better backpack and the better suit. So the better backpack gives you a few more storage slots, and the better suit, no, it's the better suit gives you the storage slots and the thermo protection, and the jetpack gives you more oomph when you're flying around. So we've got the multi-tool is ready to go. So that's probably enough. We'll let it get up to 86, because then it tells you that you're well rested. Any day now.
You are well rested.
You are well rested. Mm-hmm. And then actually if we let it get just a little bit further, when we eat and drink, that will restore some more of our energy, and that's essentially full. So that'll do. Let's get the multi-tool. Marvellous. Put it in there. Put it in one. Got 10 batteries, which isn't a lot. What do we need for the backpack? We need the components. Has it made the 3 ALMs? It has. So we need components, composite parts and electronic parts. Composite parts and electronic parts. At the moment we'll only make what we need. We need the biomass. Right. Let's reload that and go and take down a tree. So you don't want the trees to land on you. Was that it? Yep, 64 biomass, that'll do for now. Alright. We will put half of that in there. And no, I'm getting confused about where things are. The rest we shall put in there. And then we shall make 6 of those. I think that's what we needed. Now what are we going to need? So that's for the jetpack. For the suit we're going to need 8 fabric, another 4 components, and another 4 composite parts. So we'll need, that was fabric, wasn't it? When I have so few resources I don't want to make the wrong thing. Fabric Mark 1, yeah. So fabric Mark 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm pretty sure we needed 4 of those. And some more composite material, but I can't remember how much. Right. Okay. We need 4 electronics. We've got 4 electronics. We don't need those in there for that, and we don't need those in there for that. Put the electronics in, and we can make the jetpack. Cool. And then we're going to need 4 electronics, 4 composite parts, and 8 fabric. So we don't need those in there. We don't need those in there. Alright. Got the fabric. Got the composite parts. And we'll need 2 more electronic parts. It's making those, but it's short of something. It's short of silicon. So as soon as you put the resources in, make it available, off it goes. Right, that should be everything we need. And as time goes by you end up with tons and tons of resource, and so it's really not difficult making things, but at the moment it's a bit of an effort. Okay, so now we can make that. That's great. So whilst we're waiting for those to make, we will go and get a little bit more biomass. We'll take down one of these big trees with the multi-tool. Get quite a lot of biomass off one of these trees. Did we get it all? I think we did. Now if you gather those you get herbs, fruitage or seeds, and you can use those for your food and drink fabricator, which is over here. So we'll pop those in there for now. Although, no, we might need the seeds in the garden. So two biomass and 1 dirty water, and we can set that off making more seeds. We'll put the rest of the biomass in the biomass generator. Now I've got 9 hours of that. In dirty water, you just go over to water and hold E. I'll gather 5 units, then you hold E again. And you can automate this process. Not yet, we can't. We do not have the technology. But we will be able to. As time goes by. Let's just get 50. I'm just repeatedly holding E and then letting go. Cool. Alright, we'll put half of that in here. And then we need 2 purified water. So let's set that off to craft. So using 1 seed, 1 biomass and 2 water will create 3 seeds. And then we can grow other stuff, particularly the herbs, because that's tricky to find in the wild. Now if we put dirty water in here, to get clean water we need carbon. And we've got a little bit of carbon, so we'll pop that in there and we'll make purified water, and we'll make 20, I think. And we'll just type that in. You can use the arrows or you can type it in or whatever you want. Right, okay. How's this doing? We have the jetpack Mark II, and the exploration suit Mark II is coming. So let's go to our character. So we're covering our jetpack Mark I. Let's pop that on there, and that adds on 4 extra slots. So we've got more storage. So that's awesome. It is a jetpack that gives you the extra storage. Let's have a look. How's that doing? It's got a minute to go on the suit. Let's have a bit of a rest whilst we're waiting on that. And we're going to need something to drink soon, because the bottom left indicators, you can see that the drinks, the sort of glass is lit up, meaning we're going to need to drink some soon. There we go. How's that doing? So it takes 6 minutes to make 3 seeds. As soon as you can make the large garden, make the large garden, because that is infinitely better than the small one. Right, we'll stick this stuff in here. Pop those there for now. So we've got the new gear. Now then, let's take that. Yeah, we've got a little bit of food. We need fresh water, don't we, for these things? Oh no, dirty water. Oh, they're all dirty water. Cool. Right. Let's leave a little bit of water. In here. And I think we're good to head out. Let's just have a drink.
Good hydration secured.
Good hydration secured. And now we're going to head out and gather raw resource by chopping down trees and getting boulders. And it's best to do this in a vehicle, because if you come across something unpleasant, you can hop back in your vehicle and it protects you to a large extent. And you can see how much faster the this tool is compared to the other one. Right. We will make vehicles as time goes by, but this little vehicle this little vehicle is really handy for getting going in the first place. Not quite sure why it doesn't get out the tool that you had in your hands when you leave the vehicle. That would be really handy. Alright. As you can see, I can stay airborne now for considerably longer with that jetpack. And what I probably want is a couple of hundred of each of the basic resource. So carbon, iron and silicon. We need to reload with the letter R. So the better multi-tools, as time goes by, harvest resources more quickly and use less battery. So the batteries last longer and you get more resource. Oh, it's a little ways off. We'll stick to the vehicle. Oh, it's a bit of wood. So, can we scan these guys from a distance? So over there to the right of the screen, that's their nest. I'm not going to check the block catalogue just now. Now they might get annoyed if I get too close to them or to their nest. But at some point you need to scan the nests, so we will have to do that at some point. But at some point I will have almost indefinite hover. And it's much safer to do that when they can't get to you. So there is a map for this game. I'll show you that when I get back in the car. But it's of limited use at the moment. We're back to the car. Because if we have a look at that, this is the map. So you can't see anything at all. Now you can get a radar device that you attach to vehicles, or you can just carry with you, and reconstruct and deconstruct. And that will reveal the topography in a 2-kilometer radius around you. But we're not at that stage yet. What we need to do is find a radar thing, or one of the crash sites that's dotted around, and scan the radar thing. Always before you start deconstructing something you've just come across, remember to scan it first. That's with the tool you've got on 2. Or I've got on 2. Because it would be really frustrating if you took it apart and then couldn't make it. Right, that guy might get a bit annoyed if I take this rock down in front of him. No, he's okay. Let's see if I can scan this crystal. Yep. So one of the quests is to scan these crystal things as well. Okay, I'll reload that. There seems to be an unknown artificial compound in the soil mixture. The crystalline material has mineral origin, but also shows presence of organic structures. For a deeper understanding of the crystal's intended functionality, it is recommended to analyze alien monuments and technology on the surface. There you go. Now, if they've got these little things flying around them, they've probably got footage or seeds or herbs that you can just gather with the E key. And you don't get them, I don't think, if you take it apart. How's our inventory? Inventory's fine. We've got 100 of silicon, iron and carbon, so we're doing pretty well. But we'll keep on going for now. Because like I say, I really do want at least... Actually, if I can get 300 of the basic materials, that would be even better. And you can see we're burning through the batteries at a great rate of knots. And we'll gather that. Got some herbs, that's good, because they're quite hard to, or slow to make in the medium garden. I think I'm going to need to drop stuff off at the vehicle's storage shortly. Oh, missed a bit. Got one slot left. Right, let's do that. Open that. Put the full stacks in there. Right, let's keep on going. So with the basic materials like this, you can make basic components. To make the more advanced components, you need the higher end minerals, but we won't get those in this region. We'll need to go further afield. And usually the way to do that is to go to the various different crash sites and monuments and crashed UFOs and find out what's there. Now they're nasty critters. They're by that plant over there. So if we go over and attack that plant, they'll do us a little bit of damage, but we get whatever it was that was giving us. We need to eat. Number 9. There we go. Now that symbol there is our base, I think. What's that one? Yeah, that's our starting escape pod. So we will just trot around a little bit more and see if we can find some more resources. And oh, let's not hit a cow. Where's our base? Is it over that way? Getting a bit lost. There we go. Yeah, we're going to need to make lots of barriers. And you can see that our health there is ticking up quite rapidly. I think these things just blow up on you. I don't think they do anything useful. But we've got fruit, seeds and herbs. That's cool. And some more. So I think we can gather that. Yep, and I think we can gather that. Can't we? Or was that it? Okay. And these plants over here have stuff we can gather as well. It's those little sort of firefly things floating around that indicates the plant can be harvested like that. If they've got a cloud of those loads of bugs around them, that's the nasty ones. And it's good to appreciate the difference quite early on. So you can see this is a much quicker way of gathering resources than using the garden. But the garden is independent of the world around it, so quite handy nonetheless. So let's have a look at the map. We need to head south to get home, so let's do that. Or, you know, roughly kind of south. Oh, I think that's a different can I scan that? Nope. I can scan this though, can't I? Yep. And you can see the scanner chews through batteries. So that's about a third of a charge in one go. The crystals have extraordinary properties. Other elements are attached to it and their qualities are enhanced. These materials could also be artificial. It's very unusual to find new metals and materials on planets with organic life. These are mostly located on desolate moons orbiting gas planets, giants. There you go. Let's get rid of that. Oh, using the multi-tool. And we'll just pick that. Yeah. Okay. There's the inventory space, that's okay. We've still got slots. That was a nasty cloud of bugs. Oh, bit of a bump. And obviously as you sort of mine out the rocks near you, you have to go further afield to get resources. But we're going to collect quite a bit just doing this, so. Now you need to be careful when you go over the top of a hip rise, because there are some incredible drop-offs that lead straight into ravines that are going to be a pain to get out of. So do be a wee bit careful as you trundle around. And try not to end up in water, because that's generally not a great thing. Oh, that's nasty bugs. I'm not sure this box got anything useful. No. Not really worth the effort. You can see it didn't have that metallic-y sheen to it, so like this one over here. So this one should have a decent amount of resource for us. Yeah, like that. We can gather this, I think. Yep. Get rid of this boulder. Check our inventory again. Got 3 slots left, so we're okay. Some more sizable rocks here. I'm not sure that's worth doing. No. Let's try this one. No. No, that's not worth doing either. That's got a bit of a sheen to it, so that might be worth doing. No. Oh, they're all a bit disappointing, aren't they? Yeah. Don't think they give you anything. Oh, they do. Ah, I think I was right the first time. I think that was just a fluke. This rock looks more promising though. Oh no. Right, I think I'm maybe pushing my luck. Maybe it's time to go back to base. They don't look like they've got a lot in them. That one looks like it does. Just got that sheen to it. Let's check the map. Yeah, we need to head kind of east now. Not sure about that one. No. Okay. Nope. Ah, I'm close, but I'm on the other side of this little lake, so I find it very difficult to turn down resources as you're sort of trekking along. But I'm going to have to head back soon to make some more batteries. Okay, let's just stick some more hundreds in there. Nope. You see, it just goes on to the next container when you fill one up. So it's really good to have them match up. This little lake may not be quite so little. No. Let's head back round this way. Now that water looks fairly shallow, so this vehicle might be able to get round it, but I don't really want to lose it, because my resource is still fairly limited. So heavy rain can be quite damaging to you, which is one of the reasons why going places in a vehicle is a good plan. But it also gives you somewhere to hide in if the bugs come for you, like this lot. Get this rock as well. So once you've got the multi-tool, that really does improve your gathering phenomenally. So it's only worth collecting the bare minimum stuff that you need until you can get the multi-tool. Despite the fact it chews through your batteries. Falling does damage you, so if you fall from any distance, even with a jetpack, even to the height a jetpack can take you, that can cause you significant damage if you're not careful. Now I kind of want to get fairly close to here, because what I want to do is switch off stuff I'm not using. So I'm not using that at the moment, and I don't think I'm using that, am I? No. And the reason I'm just switching that off is because, where is it? I want to connect the electricity to the switchboard on this vehicle, because that will then charge the batteries. So hopefully as time goes by you can see that'll go from 85% to 86% to, yeah. Now let's get stuff out the back of the vehicle. Alright, let's get those, let's get that, let's get those. Carbon, silicon, iron, carbon. And then what we're mostly going to be using these in is in the printer. So we shall pop this in the containers that are next to the printer. And we'll put that stuff possibly in the food printer. Yep. Okay. So I think we've had a good look around. We've been for a bit of a stroll in the vehicle. We've collected resources. And next time I think we can get on with building some more of the base and getting things going, so we can go on a slightly longer expedition in the following episode. So we'll see you then. Hope you've been enjoying it, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.